years. This was one of the best things that ever came out of all of that. And that is the Homewell Essentials no-touch digital thermometer. I want you to know you are getting it for half price. You need to stock up on these. They are the best things ever. As we grew up, the only thermometer my mom ever had was the one with the mercury. You stick it under your tongue and you got to hold it there for a minute or more. And then she'd take it out, she'd read it, and then she'd do this thing to get the mercury back down. No more of that. And if you had a child that was sick, how are you going to take their temperature? On either end, and both of ends would wake them up. We don't want to do that anymore. This is such a great unit, and I'll tell you, you want to get these before these are all gone. This is something that actually takes, I was looking for the batteries. Oh yeah, 2 AAA batteries is all it takes. Now, I'm going to just turn it on like that. It goes to the green screen. Now watch this. I'm going to put it up. You don't touch it to your forehead. You just hold it within about an inch or so. Okay, now let's see what my temperature is. Are you able to see that? Oh, you know what? It's on the wrong mode. Well, let me just explain here. There's 3 modes. There's a body mode, there is an air temperature mode, and there's also a surface mode. And it's got to be in the surface. Oh, yeah, okay. So there's a room setting. Let's show that. So you could actually take the temperature of a room if you put it in the room setting. You can also take the temperature of a surface. Let's say you're wondering, is something too hot? Like you saw in the video, she was taking a temperature of the baby's bath water to see how, how hot or cold that could be. You could even do that with formula or something like that. But now I'm going to take the body temperature. I'm going to hold it about 2 inches. Let's get my hair out of the way. And then here's my temperature, 98.1. It's pretty darn good. Do you know that for 2 years, QVC had to take our temperature every single day when we came to work? You'd walk in the front door, bang. They'd take our temperature. If it was 100 point something, I don't know what it was, you never got in, past the front door, basically. You had to turn around, go out, okay, your temperature's too high type of thing. This is the best thing. I want to go back to the video because the other thing that this will do is when you take a body temperature, obviously, typically, now watch this. This baby is sound asleep. And she's taking that baby's temperature without waking that baby up. You can take your own temperature that easy. How about an elderly person who maybe can't even see very well? Although I will tell you, the screen is big, so you can easily read it. The other thing, here she's taking the temperature of the baby's bath water. It's 88.5. That you could do the baby formula. You could do anything. It could be food that you're going to feed a baby. Something like that. You take it out of the microwave. You're not quite sure. Is it too hot? Now, I know you would say, well, put a spoon in it and try it, kind of thing. But there's a lot of different reasons why you would not want to touch that, food or that formula or that water or whatever. And you can take the temperature. It automatically goes off. After you take your temperature, it automatically goes off. But here's the other thing that I love. It actually has a memory. So I'm going to turn it on. Here you'll see a memory button. And this memory button is going to, I don't know if there's any in here. Oh yeah, there's one. 97.0. Okay, can you see that? Then I can go, and it's saying, yeah, that's a low temperature. I gotta get that. There we go. Now we can see. I don't know how many. There's another one, 97.3, 97.2, 97.3, 97.2, 97. You see what I'm saying though? It will actually record up to 32 readings. And then what it does is, like for the 33rd reading, it drops off the first one, you know, so that there's always up to 32. Well, the good news about that is that you can take that to the doctor. I so many times remember taking my kids into the pediatrician. My child's been sick. I haven't slept a wink. I've been up all night with that crying baby or crying child. And then you go to the pediatricians and they're like, well, what have been their last 4 temperatures? Okay, now I got to try to remember. I don't know. I can't remember. You know what I mean? It's like at that point I can barely think. So you have all those recorded up to 32, and then the first one drops off and it adds another one, etc. But these are going quickly because it is now half price. I luckily, knock on wood, have barely been sick at all over the last 2.5 years. My husband and I have done really well, but I will say this. I did get sick at one point, so did he. We literally had this right on our nightstand. And so it was like, I would actually turn it on. And by the way, if your temperature is too high, it will go to a red. If your temperature is kind of like it's high, but it's not super high, like at 100, then it's yellow. But if it's 103.5, it's going to show red. So you turn it on and then take your temperature. It'll beep, although you can turn the beep off if you don't want to wake someone up. I think that one maybe wasn't quite right. I think if my hair was in the way. That's at 90.5. I think I'm a little warmer than that. So anyway, let's try that again. We'll start over again. All right, let me just let it go off and then I'll start it. You can also switch it from Celsius to Fahrenheit. Right now I have it on Fahrenheit. Okay, I'm gonna just turn it off here. There, now it's off. Okay, here we go, one more time, right? Turn it on, take my temperature, 98.1, there it is. That's very good. That's really where I am. 150 of these already gone. Best thing ever. And the fact that it always shuts off about 30 seconds after you take the temperature, you really, like I've never replaced my, my batteries in mine because, I mean, you don't use it all the time. So that's really helpful. Okay, we've got another great item for you. And